Here. Hello.
This is the Canadian Grand Prix for Tier 3, and looks like we have light rain for qualifying, and a dry race. Unfortunately, we had to restart the lobby. Some over-enthusiastic buccos decided to start early, and that's no bueno. And just a little update on the hospital progress of Boredom, still dead, ARC still back, Tier 3, in Canada, Round 1, and there's already 2 people with private telemetry. I wonder if they think they're funny. Anyway, we are back. This is our 3rd night in a row in Canada. Canada, a controversial country, we'll say. A lot of new faces. This is Tier 3. These guys, well, not to put too fine a point on it, they do not know how to drive. A lot of them, this is their first league race, and others, unfortunate. So, nobody's out of the pits yet, thank God. Looks like we got movement in McLaren, but I believe they're all now looking for their wet setups. So here's the thing, though, right? It is, who's that out first? I'm gonna call it Draken? No, it's Taurus. Or is it Draken? I don't know. Anyway, we are back here for a 3rd night. Of course, we had safety cars, pretty safety car heavy race. The past 2 races in Tier 1 and Tier 2 really shaped the balance of the race, but those guys had the disadvantage of having intermediate / mixed conditions or wet conditions, whatever. It was a changing race, so it started wet for Tier 2s and went dry, and then it started dry for Tier 1 and went wet. I think that's how it went. This time it's going to be a fully wet qualifying for Tier 3, but it's going to be a fully dry race from what we can see. That being said, of course, it's rather interesting to note that because it's going to be a dry race but a wet qualifying, the wet qualifying order will give us like very little indication of what to actually expect from the field, if that makes sense, because they're not going to be placed exactly where they would normally be for dry. And I see my commentary partner is saying that I dropped from VC. That is the fault of Discord, so we are back now. Van.
Yes.
How do you think a wet qualifying is going to shake up the order of a dry running race?
Well, it's interesting because we have no idea what anyone's pace is. So obviously, anyone can be anywhere. I'm excited to see where Pfeiffer, our league founder, ends up. And people like Drake and Wolf and Turaz and Bacon Juice, all people we've seen before. So it's going to be interesting to see where they end up now.
I mean,
in a wet,
we have a general idea
quality
of their skill, and perhaps their skill relative to each other, but not relative to the rest of the grid, as it looks like Fergie is the only person on a lap right now who is not invalidated yet, or at least the front, and he slides a bit coming out of turn 6. Unfortunate for him. But yeah, I think it's just gonna be like setting an actual lap, getting a banker in. I think is gonna be one of the most important and difficult challenges for this qualifying, and it's a bit of a trial by fire, you could say, because of course these guys don't have some racing experience, or at least not in leagues for the most part, and it's driving.
And someone's already off in the start-finish line. He's going to move out of the way, luckily. There is ghosting this tier, so won't be big of an issue as it was.
Fortunately, it looks like literally everyone has invalidated their laps, so I'm not sure.
He needs to be careful, though. That's only Ree who might get disqualified if he doesn't keep moving.
Torres.
But Turaz with the fastest lap.
Torres? Or is it Tors or what?
Setting it. Welcome back.
Yeah, apparently I have intermittent disconnections from Discord, but everywhere else is fine. That's great. It's fantastic.
Apparently.
Looking at Seaway will be coming to complete his lap soon enough. Ooh, and yeah, it looks like that's going to be an issue for a lot of drivers coming out of the Wallow Champion chicane just at the very end, turn 13 and 14 there. They're going to have some issues controlling the cars. Willie.
It's like the fastest, or Willie,
Yeah,
the fastest
with a
lap.
120.9, just under a 121. But that is, 5/10 faster than Zrout, Tours, however you want to call him. Drakenwolf, the other McLaren's hitting a 122.4, so that's a second separating the McLaren's, but they're still in the same place. And yeah, I mean, let's talk a bit about how much people call Rain the great equalizer, but in reality, it just it shows such a great disparity between these drivers. It's literally, it was before Feist set in his lap, it was a full second gap between these cars. Let's see, is only gonna be finishing? No, it's the other AlphaTauri. But it's it was a second gap from P1 to P2 to P3 to P4, but they were all each a second apart from each other. It's we have such a wide range of times here. And I wonder if anyone's going to be going for the strategy, which isn't really a strategy. It's just a bad idea of going for multiple laps on your tires. I guess it doesn't matter that much for inters because you're not bringing them into the race, but still, you only.
They shouldn't. I believe you have 4 inters, so.
Right. No. What?
Yeah,
no. What I'm saying is you're still wearing them. You're just not going to start on them. But I mean, it's still completing laps at suboptimal fuel levels. Getting a look at the Ferrari of Ninja coming through the hairpin now. Very conservative, still in first gear. You see it in Tier 1 and Tier 2, and I hope these guys pick it up soon enough, but you do have to learn to short shift a lot on these tracks just to maximize your traction. Gotta love Discord, huh?
Yeah. It's only quality. Doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, it's going to continue during the race.
No one unable to beat Let's Talk Golf time yet. 119.8. Pfeiffer, not too far back though, but he is doing what you said. He is on 3-lap old inters.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the mentality, and to a certain degree, you do need to change your mindset in that regard when you're qualifying on the inters. You can go for another one, but you generally don't want to fuel up that much. Fuel weight doesn't change that much when you it's less important when you're in the dry, just because the margins become so much bigger for everyone when you're in the wet. But yeah, it's not advisable. I think we should be following Torres for the entirety of his lap here.
Oh, I wonder if he got to end this lap type invalidation because
yeah,
he's slowing down.
That would be my guess.
Those can be very brutal. Captain throwing himself up to third next to Pfeiffer. Those guys are going to be happy about their starting position so far.
Yeah, and I mean, It's not exactly the position you'd expect from the Alpines, both the drivers and the team. But it is a pleasant surprise. Maybe Fife's plan of create a league, wait till it gets popular enough to attract enough Tier 3 people, and then win the championship. Who knows?
Who knows?
We could see Fife's very first ARC win tonight, and that is a terrifying prospect. I genuinely, I don't know what's the protocol for that. Do we delete the server? Like, what's gonna happen?
I know from experience, Fife has been working real hard in ACC to improve this racecraft, so it's going to be interesting to see how that translates to this game now, and if he can start making the push upwards in F1 like he is doing in ACC.
Following along with Torres now as he begins his lap, we can just talk you through as the Ferrari spins off in front of him out of turn 2, coming into turn 3 now. This is an area where you want to take as much curb as possible just to save time to get that really nice line, but you have to, obviously risk the invalidation. He's a 10th up on his sector 1 time. Watches, I'd call it a bit wide, but really that was just a mountain of understeer there through turns 6 and 7. He's powering down the straight DRS here in the dry, down towards turn 8. And he takes it, a bit early and a bit shallow, but not too bad a line. Come down into the hairpin. He goes into only 3rd for the hairpin, and that's actually a pretty nifty little tight exit. I don't know if I would go to 3rd, maybe into 2nd, but I think this is going to shape up to be a fairly formidable lap.
Yeah.
Powering down the...
See what he can do coming to the wall.
Back straight now. This is obviously where you gain and lose a lot of time. That was a bit of an early break and turn in, but that was a fine line. And that's only good enough for P4. That's a 120.7. A full second and, a bit under a second off from P1.
Ooh, and Fergie crashes into the wall coming up. I think that's not Willie. It's Bird Person coming up to him. Lost his entire wing.
It looks like he's back on his way now. And yeah, it does look like, the thing with Tier 1 and Tier 2, you have cars doing their laps in waves, right? And it's a bit startling to see in Tier 3 that you don't really have that, so the entire track is populated all at once. And you really gotta, have eyes on the back of your head, looking out for traffic to make sure you're not impeding anyone. Fife 5/10ths down on his Sector 1 time. It looks like he is rapidly approaching that provisional pole. We'll stay with him for the rest of his lap, powering down the straight now. Coming into turn 8, can we see him? Brakes a bit later than Torres. Takes enough curb. Oh, and he just saves himself coming out on the left. We have yellow flags in sectors 1, 2, and 3 coming down into the hairpin. See, he's into 1st, actually, for that extra rotation, but he misses the braking point, goes wide.
I think his teammate's going to give him the slip or something. Captain's slowing down.
Oh, he better.
Probably.
No,
yeah,
just
come on.
Captain might be out of gas. I think that's... Yeah, that's it. He's out of gas. That's... All right, coming down into the wall of champions.
Viper bullet.
Coming in a bit early and a bit slow, down into 3rd gear for that. Usually you want to be... we've seen 5th. We've seen a lot of 4th. Not so much 3rds. And that is provisional pole for Pfeiffer in Tier 3. And there's, call it 5 minutes to go in the qualifying session. Of course, our clocks aren't accurate. So he might yet be going again. Or you might take this as a cooldown lap and go one more, depending on how much fuel he has. We could actually go check. It looks like there's just...
Red Bull Jaden spinning.
Oh, yep, he's certainly got himself into a pickle on the exit of turn 9. And let's see, Fife was provisional pole, right? He has 2 laps of fuel left, so he technically can go for one more flyer. just at the very end, depending on how much Track Evolution is going to give you. It doesn't look like it's raining anymore. I might have spoken too soon. No, it's definitely still raining. So I still don't know how much Track Evolution is going to come into play.
Well, Let's Talk Golf is on his outlap, so he'll be looking to challenge Fife there and reclaim pole position. Captain's also exiting the pits, so he'll be also looking to climb up the grid of his teammate. Taraz as well on outlap. Alpha of Curbs, he is sitting on track. Hopefully he doesn't get disqualified here. Let's get moving just a little bit. And he's good.
And it looks like Fife is bumming it for another lap, but he is 2/10 down on his Sector 1 time, so I imagine he might, if I was him, at least, I'd pull back and wait for one more if he can. No, he really can't. He only has 1.3 laps of fuel left. So that does look like the end for him, unless he has time to come into the pits, but I'm not sure that he does. Willie coming across the line with a 120.7, 2/10 improvement, and up 2 places. Sorry, up 1 place. Let's see if his teammate can match him. Up 2/10 in Sector 3 from P12 to P9 with a 121.1. That's an 8/10 improvement.
Let's see if Let's Talk Golf can... Oh, Let's Talk Golf, he was up by 2/10 and he spins coming out of the chicane there, and that's definitely going to affect him not getting pole, I think. And he actually resets on track almost in front of someone.
While allowed, very discouraged, especially if it's in that situation which you do impede somebody. Captain, 1.5 tenths down on his Sector 1 time. Coming down the straight after turn 9, I really hope that he can set in a good lap here. Wouldn't want him to take pole from Fife, but all is fair in love and war.
Let's see, can Captain do it?
It is looking like a razor-thin margins. He's going to have to ace this final sector. And he short shifts into third out of the exit of the hairpin. That was an interesting choice. Deciding not to take the slipstream of Bird Person. Coming down the back straight. I'm going to call it right now. I think he's going to come into P2, but I don't think he's going to beat Fife's time. Oh, and that was a really... No!
Oh.
That would have been...
Let's see, what time would he have gotten?
A 1:19.7.
Yeah, he would have gotten it. Oh, no, he wouldn't have gotten it.
It would have been P2.
Like 10 hundredths. Let's Talk Golf, though. He's in another lap, and he's almost 2 tenths down on his time. He does have what it takes to get past Fife, unfortunately, and Fife's in the pit, so he won't have a chance to respond here. But Possum is going to get in the way.
And that's...
Oh, no.
That's fairly significant impeding, and that is the end of Let's Talk Golf's chances.
Oh, he has to be so disappointed.
And that's why we tell people to get out of the way.
But Pfeiffer looks like he is going to take up pole position. I mean, there's still other people driving. Only Ree as well. Nope, he's actually up on his time. Mr. Ultra could. Nope, he's also up on his time. Unless, Fergie's also up.
Willie's coming down.
Taraz, though, he's down 4 tenths.
Willie's about to finish his lap. Coming through the Waller Champion chicane. It's going to be a 120.1 up into P4.
Let's see, I think Taraz is about to also climb up the grid here as he comes into the final turn.
Wow.
Takes a lot of curb, and that's great. Let's see what he can pull.
It's going to be a 120.5. That's P7.
Ooh.
So that's up 2 spots.
Yeah, that's great.
Captain's into the pits. Bird Person cuts the chicane. Where's Fergie going to end in the pits? Who else are we waiting for? Only...
So, yeah, here comes the most interesting part about having the dry race now is who's going to be able to capitalize on it and who's not.
Guys, you can just
Pfeiffer,
hold on. If you're in the pits, just retire.
Yeah.
It's way faster.
Yes, it is. But Pfeiffer, I wonder what he's feeling like right now. I think it's his first time in pole. He has 17 drivers behind him.
Well, you know what?
And that can be, yeah. What do we know?
Pfeiffer, welcome to the broadcast. This is your first pole in ARC history. How are you feeling, and how quickly do you think you're going to lose the lead?
I give myself 3 laps, but I'm on top of the world right now. The heart rate's through the roof, but that was a tough quali session. The car kept sliding out of the hairpin, and even on my quali, my pole lap, I had a pretty big slide.
Now,
I had more time. I just couldn't get it.
Did you load your dry setup and make some adjustments for the wet, or are you completely dry?
No, straight dry setup, dry race, so I'm ready for it.
All right. Good luck to you and your teammate, P3. Not bad, not bad.
Thank you.
These pre-race interviews brought to you in part by, I don't know. I don't sell out to corporate sponsors.
Amazon.
No! Bezos has enough money. Pfeiffer taking pole. Let's talk golf in the Haas in P2. Captain, P3, Alpine, way to go. Willie in the Aston Martin, P4, and I did not see the rest.
Here comes the fun part, though. Dry race. Who knows what people's pace is about to be here. I'm excited. Can Tier 3 do better than Tier 1 coming into Turn 1?
I highly, highly doubt it, but I am ready to be stunned, surprised, amazed, and shocked.
I'll give until Turn 6.
And just a little update for any rose feet in the chat. 0 dropped frames, so suck it. We are 2 seconds away from the start of the countdown for the formation lap for the return of Tier 3.
And looks like everyone's on the softs other than BD Joe, who opted to go on the mediums. What do you think about that?
I think it's a bold strategy to go onto the mediums and pray that there's not a safety car. I think that's really interesting. I do not agree with that decision. I think a early safety car would destroy that strategy, or even a mid safety car. Yeah, we've seen that Canada has a penchant for bringing out safety cars.
Definitely. Last night we had like 5, so
Yep.
that is currently the limit, or not the limit, the crap, what's the word? I don't know.
The previous record? I don't know what you're going for.
Yeah, something like that, I don't know.
It's the number to beat. Looks like everyone's, pretty tightly formed up. Skylard, hanging back just a bit.
And life's going really quick, honestly. As you can tell, it's first time doing formation lap in the front.
Can you? I couldn't. This man, even when you're going as slow as can be, cannot hit the apex of that hairpin. Looks like, disqualifications already at the back.
For Jaden and Zoninja. And here we go.
Reforming the grid. The Fife's just come past the champions wall already. On the grid. And we are no less than 15 seconds away from witnessing, I don't know, we'll have to see. History, carnage, devastation, we'll have to see.
Can Pfeiffer hold on to his lead?
No, I think the answer we know is that we have
here we go.
5 lights and away we go. Bit of a slow start from Pfeiffer. Let's Talk Golf does get the jump, and he's leading into the first turn. Pfeiffer taking it very, very cautiously of the inside, does lose the position.
And there's a Ferrari spinning.
That's a Ferrari spinning, and the rest of the midfield is looking pretty okay. But yeah, Let's Talk Golf immediately off the start gets the jump on Pfeiffer. That is Pfeiffer down into P2. Did not even last 3 laps as he predicted.
Long race ahead, though. Pfeiffer can still reclaim that position. Captain also right behind him. Turaz, though, having a good start up into 4th from 7th position.
Draken
and his teammate as well, Draken.
Yeah, up 6 positions right behind his teammate here. Ooh, and Draken just scraping the back of Torres there. Hopefully no damage on either end. And it looks like...
And Pfeiffer, is he going to go for a move? Is this going to be a World Champions move here from Pfeiffer?
And it looks like he is ahead. He is ahead by the time of the chicane. And that's... Let's Talk Golf not taking the best line through there. Maybe the dirty air just kind of messing things up. But Pfeiffer retakes the lead by the end of turn 1. And Torres up into P3, taking the position from Captain. Captain fighting back rather viciously. Yeah. Let's Talk Golf understeering into the wall. Oh, that...
It's good, they're good.
Yeah, that had the potential.
Fergie.
That had the potential to be a lot worse than it is. Captain does lose a lot of positions. Let's Talk Golf obviously having issues with chronic understeering. Captain having to lift off in order to not hit him in the rear. Will he take the position in turn 6? Yeah, now through 7. Doing fine. Doing fine, Captain.
On free. Well, he spins, but he did not collide with the wall. Wow.
And he is facing backwards. Good. And he resets into everyone. No. No. No, that's not how it's done. Only right on the rear of Let's Talk Golf. Let's Talk Golf obviously suffering some pretty major issues. But only rear ends him. And that's just poor form, that is. Bacon getting past BD Joe. BD Joe on those mediums obviously suffering a lot.
Yeah.
Torres up into P2.
Captain.
Fergie into P3, Draken into P4, and Captain, obviously that little kerfuffle with getting sandwiched between a Haas and a hard place out of the exit of turn 2 really set him back.
DRS is now enabled, so we'll see how that plays into things.
And it's just...
I think Captain might have... Go on.
I'm just saying, it's so interesting to see all these... novel, interesting, new, not at all the actual racing lines that these guys are taking. It just gets you inside the mind of a noob. Because, I don't know. It's just, it's funny. What were you saying about Captain?
I think he'll have the move on Draken coming up into the final turn of DRS. But yeah, you're right.
He is feathering that brake a lot. And is he getting a good enough exit? He certainly does close to Draken on the exit of that hairpin. And he does have DRS, plus using the overtake. I think he will get it even before the champion's wall chicane.
He will.
Yeah, easily closes that position. And Draken has to follow him through. Yeah, they're both taking not so great lines through there. But no harm so far. Only going to be going for a move on Let's Talk Golf. Let's Talk Golf dropping a lot of positions from the P1 he took off the race start. Looks like race starts are his specialty and not anything else. And he's off once again into the runoff for turn 2.
And look at Pfeiffer. He lost a bit of time. He was leading by 2 seconds now. Turaz is right behind him with DRS now.
Yeah, but...
And Pfeiffer
Fergie's
using all his DRS.
Fergie's on the rear of Torres, and it's not going to be great for him either, because Fergie will be looking for that P2 and eventually P1. And Fergie's actually a lot closer to Torres than Torres is to Pfeiffer. Torres looking up the... Fergie looking up the inside of Torres coming through the hairpin. That's a retirement from Drakenwolf out of turn 9. No safety car, no VSC. Interesting.
Yeah, that's odd. I think that's Tack.
Hello.
Hello, Tack. Tactical XO.
I heard Fife got pole. I had to see it from my very own eyes.
He's leading the race currently.
and I see a tire on the main straight. Do you guys see that?
I do not.
Negative.
Oh no. The first thing I see in the game is a tire. I have no game audio.
And it looks like, yeah, this train of Fife to Torres to Fergie looking like it's gonna stay that way for a while yet, unless they obviously DRS train each other. I'm honestly surprised that that crash in turn 9 did not bring out a safety car.
Yeah, Sam. That's disappointing for Drake, and though he's doing pretty good up until that point. It's now up all to his teammate
Looks like
to bring home the points.
Fergie's just tapping his overtake button every so often just to stay right on the gearbox. Torres going deep, missing his braking point, and nearly rear-ending Fife. That's the danger of braking in dirty air, of course. Both of them have DRS. Looks like Fergie is going to be deploying his energy reserves, unlike Torres, who decided not to. All of them coming... Oh, Torres picking up a 3-second penalty for that maneuver through the Wall of Champions chicane.
It's going to be a really interesting battle for the lead here.
Yeah, and I think without a safety car, this is... I mean, the tire strategy is going to really come into it.
That's only off of only an end plate, but he is backwards.
Fergie now getting a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
A little bit of a sketchy reset the track there from Only Rye.
That would
Right,
not be
had
the
a couple
first
of,
one that we've seen.
Big injuries. Looks like he got some front wing damage as well.
Looks like
Five with only one warning.
Willie's going to be right on the back of Only here, and you said Only had damage, right, on his wings?
Yeah.
So this should be
For
an
his end
easy
plate.
move. Yeah, and Only...
This is gonna be a move for the lead here. Tours on the outside of Fife, going into the Wall of Champions. Everyone keeps it clean, but Fife is under pressure now from P3 now as well. Fergie.
Yeah, no,
Fife not using doesn't have DRS
because the
but,
detection point is at the beginning of the
yeah.
back straight.
Yeah, so you get a double DRS if you do get it at the beginning. So Fife drops down a position, and Fergie on his tail as well. Now Tours needs to get a move on. Now's the time for him to build a gap.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Well, he does not have the energy to build a gap. He's only at hovering around 20%, which is, you know, nothing to scoff at, but it is slightly lower than the people around him. Or sorry, that was Fife, who's on 10%. Torres is on 20, up to 30.
Oh,
Wow.
Fife. Okay, he's
Yeah.
eager to get that position back.
I mean, racing is a patience game, but a man can only be so patient.
So it's staying dry, it looks like.
Yeah, it'll be dry for the entire race, and it looks like without DRS, Torres is going to be a bit of a sitting duck. Obviously, the smart thing to do is get the move down into turn 1, rather than here in the Wall of Champions. But we'll have to see. We'll have a switch over to see what the tires are looking like. We're up to 7 laps on the softs. A couple of people have already stopped on the mediums. I assume that they had damage and had to pit instead of choosing to do so on their own. It looks like Fife has actually dropped out of DRS range to Torres, whereas Fergie is still well within his gearbox.
And he's actually
Yeah, I
going
don't
down
know
a
what happened
second gear. He went down a second gear in that second chicane there, which is down third gear in that one. So definitely way lower gears than he needs to be at. Fergie now giving him pressure. There's a yellow flag in the hairpin. I wonder what that's for. That's an Alfa Romeo off. And is that curbs? Yeah, it was curbs. He's running in P17 at the moment.
But he's going to give, crucially,
get
Fife
out.
DRS, shouldn't he? Oh, no, he's too far away from the detection point. That ghosted backmarker could have been given... Oh, looks like...
but Fergie.
Yeah, Fergie went for a
We're gonna go
dive
too wide. Almost.
and gets the position through...
Good move.
Oh,
Oh, that's a car.
Oh
into the
no.
wall. 2 cars into the wall. Both of them ghosted. Both of them are the back markers. Two
Yeah.
separate spins coming out of the wall of champions, Curbs and Mr. Ultra. That's gonna bring out the full safety
Yes.
car. Full safety cars.
Yeah.
And now
And that's gonna help a lot of these soft runners. Gonna be an easy pit stop for them.
Ninja.
Yeah, look at Golf. He's pitted.
Yeah, Golf and Ninja are
Yeah,
the first.
that's gonna benefit everybody huge.
Oh, BD
Everyone
Joe
who has to
taking
do
the
that extra
drive-through.
lap. Everyone who has to do that extra lap is going to be at a major disadvantage now.
Yep. I think Let's Talk Golf is going to take the lead. Or actually, no, he got overtaken by Zone Ninja.
Yeah.
We'll have to see, but this.
I think he had to repair his front wing. I think Golf. So Zone Ninja might be our new race leader.
Well, here's the thing. You can't make it to the ends. You can't make it to the end on these mediums, right? So.
I do not think so. I think going on hards, you might be able to. Oh, Zone Ninja spun out of the pits. Coming out of the pits, Zone Ninja spun. Just as we were talking about him, it might be the new leader of the race. He spun and lost, let's see, 2 positions now. Let's Talk Golf. We'll go on board with him. Like, we'll see how much time. Yeah, he's definitely going to be able to catch up to this pack here, and everybody ahead should be pitting. So this is very fortunate. He's even using overtake under safety car, which is a bold strategy. Cuts that
You
chicane
don't
and gets a
need to do
penalty
that.
for it.
Oh boy.
Someone will tell him that we're under a safety car.
Yep, everyone's coming into the pits here on the sauce.
Yeah, as they should. We'll see. Might actually see 2 Oars keep the position.
Let's see.
It all depends.
Oh, he's stuck in 2 Oars. Just got held up for so long. And the Alpines are stacking. The Alpines are double stacking. Look at Captain.
Yeah.
Captain just had to wait for so long for 5 to get ready.
And towards.
But you're right, Taraz will
It's a ton of
take the lead.
time.
Yep.
Or hold
And
the lead.
Yeah, so a lot of cars getting held in the pits. Let's Talk Golf here. Will not be the race leader. He's going to come out in about 6th place. Still got some free positions there, but
Captain's
Yeah,
the
so-
biggest loser, honestly. Looking at it.
absolutely.
He was in 4th.
Yeah, that double stack from Alpine.
Well, the pit lane in Canada is so short anyway, right? So it's
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's looking like, well, we do have the neutralized race, of course. Possum and BD Joe assumedly going to be pitting off of their tires. Yeah, both of them coming in. And we now have a little bit of respite. And, guys, taking penalties under safety car, like, come on.
Yeah.
We don't need to do this.
So everyone who didn't pit has done so under the safety car, which is good to see. No silly strategy mistakes from anyone in Tier 3.
I imagine Jeff will be coaching them through that aspect of it.
Yeah, well, Jeff is either helpful or a Ferrari mechanic, so, or a Ferrari engineer, so it's either one or the other.
See, I find Jeff is really respectable. The person who isn't is whoever drives my car when I'm in AI. They just pit when they feel like it. This is actually, interestingly, our first safety car of the race, and that is the longest we've waited in Canada for a safety car. Tier 1, Tier 2 brought them out almost immediately. Tier 2, you know, a bit restrained. They brought one out, say, lap 5 or so. We're on to lap 11 before we see our first one.
Oh, and there's people crashing into each other all over the place here. Wow.
Yeah, I was going to say,
We have
I wonder
a,
how long it's going to take for us to see some 5-second time penalties for collisions under safety car. Fellas, no need to be greedy. No one's going to pass you. Just focus on the restart. Don't grab any silly penalties. Pfeiffer, only one in the top 6 without a penalty at this point.
yeah, just looking through the penalties here, we have a 5-second, we have an 8-second, which is 5-second, and a 3-second,
Yeah.
5-second, 5-second, 5-second. These guys, like, they're taking just useless penalties, because 5 seconds are all technical infringements that you shouldn't be making. They're speeding the pit lane, or
Yep.
spear collision. It's,
Hmm.
you know, there is,
And unfortunately for
There is
them,
none.
if they do serve them in the pits, which they probably will have to, because there will
oh
be
my god, it's happening
my God.
more. Yeah,
And that's
God,
3
what's
more!
going on here in the hairpin?
Jeez.
that's so much.
Guys, you don't need to follow this closely. I feel like we should have a driving school for Tier 3, like before their first race.
I don't know why is so 3-inch Wooly is letting Ninja pass. It looks like I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, Ninja's going, and he's stopping now.
And now
I don't know what's going on here.
Oh my god.
I think they're getting a illegal overtake message. That has to be it, but
our rules are written there for a reason.
Yeah, we're back underway, by the way. It's green flag racing. There's still confusion at the back. There's a 3-second gap in front of P10. No one got any penalties or anything from that, from what I understand, but a bit of a,
I think the safety car in this lap message was disguised by all the penalties.
I think so too. Yeah, I was actually surprised to see it come in that lap, but I guess the field did bunch up again.
Well,
Pfeiffer,
yeah,
out of DRS.
He lost a lot of time on that.
Fergie thinking about a move down the inside of Tours for the race lead. Thinks better of it. Going to not have DRS in the next 3 laps, so I expected not that many overtaking opportunities for him. You can see though how greedy they are with their energy usage, already down to 60% after just being at 100 from the safety car. So very aggressive in terms of that. Literally coming out of every corner, using that energy.
And Fergie...
ED Joe needs to serve his drive-through soon.
Fergie actually ran out of deployment. He still had battery left, but he was not. He exceeded his usage per lap. So these guys are they're putting it on everywhere they can.
And we're almost down to the entire grid having penalties.
Yep.
Fife and Ollie did a good job.
Got a slow Ferrari. That's Mr. Ultra going backwards. Or facing backwards, at least.
Oh, and that's Talk Golf is out.
That's coming out of the 3rd chicane.
Another safety car.
That's another safety car. Yeah,
didn't even get one lap done.
Looks like he caught a bit of oversteer coming out of that 3rd chicane. And, yeah, I feel like a commentator's curse. We had him doing really well through the first safety car, got a lot of positions.
Yeah.
Now we'll see some more penalties, more 5-second penalties.
Oh yeah, I
the next 2 laps.
Cannot wait. It looks like the lap cars have escaped.
Oh, Possum's retired too.
That's
coming out of
turn 2. Turn 2. You can see they're about to come up to him.
Yeah, that'll be turn 3 actually.
Yeah, turn 3.
End of the barriers.
Oh my goodness. That's a super weird spot for a crash to happen.
Yeah, I don't know if he was punted
I wonder what happened there.
Oh, and Curbs picks up a 5-second speed of the pit lane penalty.
I'm going to go talk to Possum and see what happened. Oh, yep.
Looks like, yeah, the field's bunching back up.
Oh, 4 more safety cars left. It's only 14 laps into the race.
Well, on the bright side, we only have 4 more left to use.
Plus however many VSCs could come out.
VSCs count against the safety car total. Curb's picking up a lot of penalties. These guys do need to be a bit careful. If you get up to 30 seconds, you get disqualified. Go ahead.
So Possum, he was passing the safety car because he was a back marker. Got a little bit distracted, brake too late, and into the wall he goes.
Interesting.
So the safety car causing more damage than safety. As we get more penalties. Speaking of, yeah, Pfeiffer now is the only one who does not have a penalty.
These guys know you have to brake before getting into the pit lane, right?
Well, hopefully.
Right on board with our dear overlord Fife.
Yeah.
I wonder, honestly, I think I might have used the opportunity, if I was racing, to pit onto mediums and try to make them last to the end from here.
That's not a bad call. That's not a bad call. I think if you're only ride going on for fresh sauce, I think that's a pretty big mistake. I think mediums could last the end. You know, 20 laps is pretty doable with them. You will start to see a little bit of wear at the end, but
The only risk is, of course, if another safety car comes out. But
yeah, I think if another safety car comes out within the next, you know, I think next safety car you box either for mediums or for softs, regardless of, you know, your current tires. But looks like we'll have
no, it's in this
mind.
lap.
Oh,
That's a late call. Torres is gonna have to.
it is a very late call.
Torres is gonna have to start backing the pack up, and we're gonna have to make sure that
Yeah.
everyone's behaving themselves, not running into each other.
And Tours is going pretty early.
He just caught a bit of rev limiting, but he is gone, and that's Fife again not being able to nail a safety car restart.
Yeah, lost about half a second there, more than he should have, to that safety car restart.
Blue flag's going off already, to be expected.
Look at the
Looks like the
position changes.
Red Bull of Bacon Juice, very close to Bird Person. I would expect a move even without DRS on this coming straight.
Looks like we've got a Ferrari in the back.
Oh, and that's Captain getting past
Captain.
Bacon Juice, the fight of the OGs.
It is. Yeah, and a lot of position changes. Tours, Fergie, and Seaway making up 6, 7, and 8 spots respectively since the race start. So a really good spot for those guys. I know Quali was on inters, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so maybe not that much practice in wet conditions from them, but in the dry, they look pretty solid. Also, a lot of people might have opted for a wet setup instead of dry. Fergie now used all of his deploy allowed per lap. Now he's already down to 50%. Tours are head up to 30. That's
These boys are
very
greedy
aggressive
with their
usage.
energy.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's
You look like
Seaway
Victor won.
spun in turn 2.
Oh, as soon as I'm gonna stop cursing people.
Looks like
Pfeiffer's still falling back. He's not having a good medium run.
Like Captain all over Bird Person who does not have DRS. So Ninja in the wall, coming out of the second chicane. Yeah, I think Captain might be going for a move here down this back straight. No DRS just yet.
Bacon also closing on Captain. Oh, only is closing on Seaway. And that's DRS enabled.
Yep, DRS enabled. So that'll be after the
Only
second
going on
chicane.
the outside of turn 1, gets knocked about, and he actually has to brake and miss turn 2. But that is only going for a move on Willie and not working out. He tried to go for the outside of turn 1, not exactly a standard move. Generally, you go for the inside. But I guess you go wherever the position allows. These
Fergie and P2 already down to 20% on his DRS. Captain going to be lining up his move here. Can he do it into the hairpin? It's got to overtake on. Bird Person covers the inside a little bit. Oh, they ghosted on my screen. I don't know what happened there. But
looks like Captain's going to go for the inside into Waller Champion chicane, and he gets it done, and that is that position for him. Only and Willie going too wide through the Wall of Champions chicane, only taking position 8 into turn 1. Bacon closing rapidly on Bird Person with the help of DRS, and he closes too rapidly. Rear ends Bird Person, and that is a 5-second penalty to Bird Person for. Oh, and that's a safety car, full safety car. I guess I disconnected from Discord. That's what I'm gonna assume.
No, I'm in. I hear you loud and clear. I like that out of the lobby, but I'm back. I do see a safety car.
Yeah, what was that safety car?
Mr. Aura.
What was the safety car for?
Looks like, well, Let's Talk Golf is DNF'd. Mr. Ultra is DNF'd. I don't see it on the minimap.
Yeah, what? What? The last thing I saw was Bird Person like coming to a very, very sudden stop and Bacon rear-ending him. I assume that's because the safety car started, but as I said, this would be prime time to pit, and it looks like some people have heeded the advice, and some people have pit, others have not.
Yeah, so the leaders have not pitted, which is a surprise, I guess. I think softs would have probably made it to the end as well, so yeah, pretty interesting. Actually, softs 15 laps here, maybe not.
Well, I mean, if you come out and do 2 or 3 laps under safety car, totally doable. They can go like 12, right?
And that's what Skylar's planning for right now. Skylar did pit for softs. Everybody else who pit went on to mediums. Nobody in the top 6 or in top 5. Sorry,
It might have been too late to pit. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I wonder if they'll come into pit now because, of course, Canada short pit lane. It won't be that much of a disadvantage for them. As we saw before, they were still able to recuperate their position. Although that rear pack is closing mighty quickly.
Yeah. Fife still. Only one with no penalty. I know only Rye. I think he does have a speeding in the pit. Oh, they're coming in.
No! Fife, why?
No.
Fife, what? What are you doing?
What was that?
I have no idea.
What was that? And he did. Did he just hit? Did he just hit him?
Yeah, and he passed him.
What is going on?
Fife! Oh my god.
And he's letting him by now.
Or he.
And there, what is happening?
Guys, we have very strict safety car rules for a reason.
Yeah, and this is not what the rules tell you to do at all.
So I'm just coming back here. So what? A quick update.
So
Thank you for
safety
paying
car
attention.
came out for something we did not see. Pfeiffer went into the pits and the last second decided to stay out, and then pull Lewis Hamilton. And then he tried to give the position to Skylar, and they were awkwardly going about 50 kph in the straight.
You know what?
Oh, and they collided.
This
Okay, 5
calls
seconds
this
each.
calls for a mid-race interview. Fife,
Go ahead.
can you explain your decision-making process where you go into the pits, but you don't go into the pits, but you go into
No,
the
I
pits?
didn't want. I didn't want to pit. I got mesmerized by the cars in front of me.
Why didn't you
I
want
want
to
to stay
pit?
out. I want to bridge to the softs at the end here with these safety cars making these mediums go a little bit longer. I think I can get on softs at the end.
You can get on softs in like 2 laps. You
Yep.
should pit now.
No,
You should have pit onto. People pit onto softs here, right?
they do. It's too late then. See, this is why I need a race engineer.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Only one person put it on
I'll
top.
deliver
Not
you.
too late, no?
I'll deliver you back to your teammate. In shame.
So I'm looking at the app, and it's showing both Alpines at 22% wear. If they wanted to, I feel like they could actually end the race on medium and not pit, and keep
Yeah,
that
I think
big
so
gap.
too. They're getting nowhere from safety cars and stuff like
I mean,
that.
yeah,
So
theoretically they could,
Exactly.
but the issue is now you're starting the race right in front of people with fresh rubber.
Yeah, that's the only issue. Yeah, like they should have went for another set of mediums, I guess. Skylord will have to pit. I don't think he can. Maybe.
I think he can drag the softs along, and I believe that's
Yeah,
what he
I think he
intends to
can.
do. Even if you have to complete it at 90% and go nowhere for the last 2 laps.
We'll see if it pays off for the Alpine boys.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they started on softs. If someone is their race engineer, Chipsy, no, Chipsy isn't his race engineer. Chipsy, if you would like to adopt them as a race engineer, please give them our official recommendation to never pit again. But yeah, looks like Only is now the only one without a penalty as he served his in the pits, and the safety car is in this lap. Captain will have to back up the pack and become the pace car.
We'll see if Fife can actually get a good restart here.
Captain honestly going a bit quick for my taste, but I guess it'll be fine. And it looks like he's sending it. He's just sending it. And he misses the wall of champion
goodness.
chicane.
And he's gonna get a very... Oh, I think Skylar had to lift there. But
Yeah, those softs are gonna be
definitely under pressure. Yeah, softs are gonna be very quick cure.
it's gonna be a
Fife did get a decent restart though.
yeah, finally. He doesn't lose an entire
Third time's a
second.
charm.
I guess having your teammate tell you when he's going it certainly helps. But yeah, it looks like, I mean, fairly clean restarts. Credit where credit is due. Bacon Juice might be going for a move. No, he tucks him behind. Very good boy.
Oh, it's side by side. Only Ryan Zone Ninja. Only Ryan on the inside. It's actually 3 wide considering there's a back marker.
Oh,
Kind of in the
and
way.
that's Bacon
Oh,
Juice
another
going
Bacon
for
Juice.
a...
Juice.
Wow, that was an
what a
audacious,
move.
ambitious, and totally successful move.
Yeah, I gotta give props to that. That looked very good as Curbs does not look like he is
Read the
letting
regulations
anybody by
at all.
here.
Yep, I agree.
Taraz looking to climb up the grid again. Fergie not too far behind him.
Yeah, Fergie and Torres have been side by side the entire race. Fergie going for a move down the inside of turn 1. Will he get it done? No, he tucks him behind at the very last second. Gotta love it. It's the classic racing driver move. Feint to the inside and then just do nothing.
Credit to Captain now. He's actually pulling away from Skylar a little bit, out of DRS range already.
And that'll
Skylar, yeah, no DRS for Skylar anymore.
that'd be
Oh, there's a safety car. Sorry, there's a safety car, but he is pulling away.
Fife will be happy with that. Honestly, I think if he can make his mediums last, it'll definitely be better than the aged softs of Skylard. Chipsy, can I get a confirmation in chat that you told Captain and Fife not to pit? I'd hate to see them throw a good race away. I don't think anyone really needs to pit anymore. I think Skylard's gonna make it to the end, barely, and that is that. He's up to 15% for, yeah. I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know actually. I feel like pitting to softs around here. I don't know. They kind of put themselves in a
Is that another safety car
difficult
though?
position. It is.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it literally is.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Seaway
Oh.
almost rear-ending Jaden.
Only Rise in the wall as well. That's not even the safety car incident. That was Curbs who DNF'd, but only Rye coming out of turn 2.
And he's getting
in the wall.
the go-ahead for the safety
Alright,
car.
Captain, now is when you pit for softs.
Yes. Pit for softs now. Do it now. Everyone else, like the guys who pit last safety car,
No.
they're gonna be fine.
Yeah. But if you're Captain, Fife, Ninja, Bird Person,
I
you
think-
pit this lap for softs.
I think only one of the Alpine should do it, and the other one should try ending it on mediums.
So in that case, it would be Captain needs to stay out and block the ever-living hell out
Yeah.
of everyone else in Fife pits.
Yeah.
That is the Mercedes way. Captain, this is James.
He is
Captain
pitting. Skylar's pitting as well.
And
And
Fife is
that's a
pitting as
5-second
well.
speed
So
of the
they
pit
are
lane
d-
penalty for Captain.
So they're double stacking. They are double stacking.
Oh, great. Brilliant.
Actually, Skylar is pitting too. Skylar is pitting too, which
I'm
is
not sure why.
I guess. But yeah, Pfeiffer this time, being the victim of the double stack. Oh, he's losing
Plus,
so much time.
yeah, Captain had to serve
Yeah.
a pit lane penalty.
No, I don't think he was serving
That's-
it. But
That's
No, but Fife does.
why I
Fife
said
has to
the
serve one.
Captain put on fresh mediums.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's fine.
Everybody else
back
on
around the
softs.
softs. This does put Turaz and Fergie back up there. Jaden now in the lead.
Yeah.
Bacon
I
though in
think
fourth.
Seaway. Did Seaway pit just now?
No,
No, he did not.
Are you
he's on
sure?
lap 10.
Hold on. Pit stops. Seaway did pit. He pit for old mediums just now.
That's
He was
great.
on 10
Oh.
old mediums and he just pit.
Okay.
That is
Pitting on to worn tires.
not what you want to
yeah.
see.
Why didn't he go to softs? Like, you have the
I
set
don't
of
know.
softs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well this will be interesting though, because we have the back half of the field on softs. The
Oh my
first
god,
half-
there's...
Oh, what's going
yeah.
on? What is going on with the hairpin?
Oh,
Fellas.
Yeah, this is the third safety car of the night. No, fourth? Third or fourth. One of them.
I mean, this begs the question, do we switch it to reduced?
Maybe. Might need to. Because this is like 3 races in a row where it's been pretty bad, right?
Tier 1 only had 2, right?
Plus a couple of VOCs.
Or 1. I think they've been pretty justified though. Car completely DNFing.
Yeah. But you know, this is tier 3. It will happen pretty often that someone crashes, so maybe putting on a reduce so they actually get some green flag racing might not be a bad idea. So we're running out of things to fill the safety car time with.
Yeah, unfortunately my...
Well, I think it's going to go in this lap because I was really right every other time last night
yeah.
when I said that.
That was not aggravated at all. And it looks like, yeah, it's going to be, I mean, a straight sprint to the end. I think the people on softs are really positioned well enough for it. It is only, at best, it's going to be, what, 7 laps of racing? That's not fantastic. Yeah, it's in this lap. So that's, we'll have to see. Jaden becomes the pace car. He needs to back it up.
And he's not. I like it all.
Sure.
Jaden, just lift. Jaden.
No, he's going full.
And I'll give him that little thing, right, where he goes into 90
Yeah.
all of a
Yep.
sudden.
Yeah.
Let's see. Or I guess it's okay, okay. Fergie all the
Sure.
way behind Taraz.
Yeah, 2 hours actually did not get a good restart there. He went a little bit wide. You can definitely tell who's been warming up their tires and who's not under SC.
Everyone
But,
keeping
we'll
it.
Yeah,
Captain,
looked for a move down the inside. BJ goes wide out of turn 3.
I think he'll get
Overtake
it
out
here.
of turn 4 for Captain. Captain's very eager to go around this guy who is on mediums. Actually, they're both on mediums here. Captain pitted for mediums. Oh, BJ goes onto the grass. Captain gets a good run out of turn 6. They're side by side going into the second hairpin. Oh, he touched.
Yeah, and that's contact.
They
Captain
touch.
does have to cut the course in order to stay, I mean, alive, I guess. But
Yeah,
that is...
and BJ actually loses 2 positions as a result of that. Skylar now into P6. Oh, he tries to fight it again. Going to the chicane. And now, yeah, Seaway. Seaway is going to be the slowest man on track right now with 12 laps on his mediums. We'll see if that can be taken advantage of by Bird Person, who is...
Oh, Jaden and Taraz.
Yeah, Jaden
Oh,
Torres.
oh, big crash! Big crash!
Oh.
Seaway's into the wall. He DNF'd. Bird person gets collected as a result of that as
Safety
well.
car!
Another safety car.
Oh,
my
is that number
goodness.
5?
God damn.
They've reached a new height, I think.
That was... Oh, I wish I had a replay of that. That was, yeah, just very unfortunate Seaway into the wall of champions and then collects Bird person who I think has front wing damage. As a result, I think he has to have
33% on the left wing.
Yeah.
Courtesy of our telemetry application.
Okay,
It's very important for no one to pit right now. Just stay out.
Yeah, at this point, it's gonna be like 4 laps to go at the end of this.
I mean, they have to catch the safety car. They have to go around twice. I would not be surprised if we only get 1 or 2 racing laps at the end.
I think it'll probably be, probably lap 31 is when we'll start again. Because the field is bunched up already, so I think it might be, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe just this lap, maybe one more.
Oh,
no! No.
Please don't be like Babu and try to serve it now. You can't. Good.
What if...
I didn't get a second one the same lap.
That was painful.
Oh no. Only Rai is still in overtake mode. If you are Onunara's engineer, tell him to press the turn it off.
And he can't be in auto because we've disabled auto. Yeah. I mean, this is how you do sprint races, F1. If you're listening, you don't do it the day before. You just call a late safety car.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, drive-through penalty. You really hate to see it. You really
How
do.
the mighty have fallen. That was our pole sitter, not able to read a speedometer. Unfortunate. Fergie.
Oh
with a
goodness
5
me!
second.
More, yeah.
That was on.
Let's look at the penalty list real quick.
I don't want
Yes,
to.
let's do that. Oh my goodness! 3, 6, 8, 10, 5, 3, 9. Drive-through. Nothing for Only Ryan. 3, 8, 3. Actually, Only Ryan. I think he did have a.
Yeah, he served it.
Speeding. Oh, he served it. He served it. Yeah. So.
Turots though, he's looking good to win this. Looking at it.
Yeah. Got less penalties than the guys behind. Just needs to keep it on the track. Viper's AI is driving for him.
Bird person with a heart-crushing 5 stops already.
Let's see if Viper's AI decides to pit him. No, does not.
Somebody did go into the Bacon went into the pits.
But why?
I don't know.
Oh, a new front wing.
Oh yeah.
He's getting a new front wing. I don't know. I don't see any damage on the old one. But...
It's 11. It's only 11%. What?
Thank you, Cody.
Is he serving something, or is he just?
I think he was serving a severe collision penalty.
Okay. I got some positions being changed. Pfeiffer just
Apparently.
Did Pfeiffer just let someone by again?
I don't know.
Oh boy. I can see we're gonna have to have a conversation with Tier 3.
I mean, yeah, I think Tier 3 safety car needs to be reduced because, I mean, at least they're getting experience on how to drive under safety car, but it's too much for us. Fiverr has to serve a drive-through pretty much right away, and he's going to be plumb last, as Crofty would say. Safety car in this lap.
So we will get 3 laps of
So we will have
green flag racing.
4 laps.
4 laps.
4 laps of racing. There is what is going on at the hairpin? All right. Well, 2 hours now. Is our race leader, and he's going.
Already.
He's going. He's not going to catch up to the safety car, but Jaden
That's
actually.
a big gap.
Yeah, and Jaden doesn't take that very quickly
It's,
already.
Yeah, and already a 2.5 gap, just about.
Captain putting him under pressure.
Fergie also putting Captain under pressure, coming in behind him, tucking in at the very last second. And talking about a high attrition race, we're nearing the point where over a third of the drivers have not been able to finish.
Captain down the inside, going to turn 4. Very
Oh.
aggressive. They touched this with a side pot. And
That's Fergie as well. Fergie gets hit. Oh. But they're still keeping it clean somehow.
Oh,
yeah, and now BD Joe's going to
BD
take
Joe.
advantage of this.
yeah, it is a
On the outside.
Kyle, no!
Oh my goodness!
Oh
Completely
my
takes
god.
off Fergie, just misses his braking port completely. Fergie's out of the race.
wow.
Oh, he's been absolutely murdered.
Yeah,
Absolutely murdered by BD
can
Joe
we get
there.
that on replay? I don't know if it's soon enough, but wow, that was a murder and a half. And it looks like they're in columns of 2 here, coming down the back straight. Everyone's just around everyone else. These tire differences
And
making a
now
huge difference.
Pfeiffer needs to be serving this. His drive-through. He's got 3 inch wheel.
Slow down.
And inside, Pfeiffer, okay, narrowly avoids only
Yup.
Rai. Does serve this pit lane penalty, or drive-through penalty. Yeah, I know you're right. This is what sprint races should be.
Oh, Jaden.
Oh, lots of contact. That might open the door for Only Rai. Only Rai gets a much better. The 3 wide. 3 wide going to turn 4. And Only Rai takes 2 positions in the span of 1 corner. It's calamity.
Bacon
down
juice
to
coming out of
4.
nowhere.
Yeah, Bacon Juice collecting 3
Oh my god,
positions.
so close.
This is
Jaden. Oh, Jaden comes on the inside. That's a dive and a half. Almost collects Bird Person.
I mean, Bacon
so
Bacon
close.
on these
Sorry,
softs gets
jumping
another
out.
position down the straight out of the exit of turn 7, down into turn 8 now.
This is, yeah, this is crazy to see. It's like go-karting. Bird Person now behind BD Joe. Overtake on. BD Joe also has overtake on. We'll see if there's a big dive. Bird Person,
There
yes,
is.
absolutely there is.
Oh, and
That's
Oh,
a-
they
the Red
touch
Bull
it.
Jaden collects
Oh.
the Haas of. Oh, and Captain taking the
Of
lead.
course. Yeah.
Oh, what happened there?
It was just down the back
Yeah.
straight. Captain with the DRS was
Yeah.
able to get by.
I think Tours might have just let him go by because car ahead has 5 seconds of penalty, so might as well let him go by. We have 2 laps to go. Fasten your seatbelts. This is going to be a bumpy ride.
I think, but look at Only Rai. No penalties. He's really close to Skylar and Captain, so he might actually
That is
sneak it
true.
in.
He
there.
might be able to
That's
sneak
actually
onto the
a very good
podium.
point, yeah.
Oh, and Captain picks up another 3 seconds. That's 11
Yeah.
seconds total.
Yeah, we'll go gap to leader here. He's going to fall down to P8 as it stands. Oh,
Oh
no, sorry.
my.
Everybody else has penalties as well. That's a lie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to do the math there.
Yeah, that's a bit too much
Yeah.
arithmetic for me. Bacon
Yeah.
Bacon, though, it looks like.
closing
Yeah.
clinically on the opposition. Oh,
Oh!
very minimal little love tap there, all in the name of psychological warfare. He's coming back, and he's gonna get a dive
He's
of the
getting the dive.
century.
Oh!
Wow, that is complete confidence in those softs. That was an amazing overtake from him. Let's see it again. Look at Bacon go. Wow.
Bird Person now has DRS on 3-inch Willie, his teammate. Will we see a collision between the 2 teammates of Aston Martin? No, actually pretty clean. But they're going to fight it back now. 3-inch Willie. No, doesn't have the DRS or this pace to compete into turn 1. Last lap. So Ninja now and BD Joe fighting into turn 1. So Ninja has 100% energy. BD Joe has 13, and he goes wide for good
Oh.
measure. Now they're going to go. Are they going to go side by side? No, not quite. Going to turn 3. Oh, very late on the brakes there. So Ninja now. Jaden's going to be all over that. Oh, Jaden!
Oh my god,
That,
what time?
no! That was
Oh,
aggressive.
no.
And Smith.
Yeah. That puts 5 in 10, believe.
5
And points! There we go.
And wait, he has no penalty still. Look at the penalties. He's going to go up to like P8.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And Captain coming down the back straight, obviously gonna win on track, but not on
Yep.
penalties.
I think Torres got this win, and I know he's going to be so happy about that. He's been working hard.
Yours is going to win this race after penalties applied.
Here we
Congrats
go.
to him. Yeah.
Nice. What about... Oh,
I mean, this is
wait,
going to be, this is not going to be easy to predict here. Skylar, oh, only Rai, with no penalties, up to P2.
Yeah, AlphaTauri. That's
very
what I'm
well.
showing.
Yeah, very well from him.
Captain
Let's see
keeps
what-
4th, luckily.
Yeah, let's see where Fife ends up. I think it might be P8. It is.
Yep. You're right.
And Jaden crawling
So,
across the line with fairly significant. Oh no, no wing damage from him. Oh well. And that is.
Wow, what a race!
I mean,
Whew.
yeah. To be fair, though, I think we have to admit that Bacon Juice pitting at the end there wasn't that bad of a call.
No,
I mean, he had the pace at the end.
Yeah, those soft tires really let him put on a show. Here's your podium shot that we're just gonna skip through so I can get the race director. Someone make sure to grab screenshots.
Who's
Yep,
driver
I got
today
it.
for you guys?
You know what? I'm just gonna blindly agree with the game and give it to Bacon Juice.
Yeah, I think the last stint was pretty fire, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That overtaking to the hairpin just nails it for me. Like, that's all. That's all we need. All right, let's transition over to interviews, and I will let you guys pick who you want to talk to.
I mean, we gotta choose our race winner to start off with, or should we go 3, 2, 1? I don't know. We'll go with our race winner. We'll see if Tours is available for comment. He is not. So we'll go with. How about we bring in both the AlphaTauri boys who got P2 and P3.
Sure.
So we got Only Right in here with us, as well as Skylard. Guys, hello, welcome to the interview room. Congrats on your podium positions. Talk us through sort of the headache the safety cars gave you guys tonight.
Well, I'll start and I'll give my perspective. I started off, I think I was up in 4th or 5th on the grid. I had a couple spins, so the safety cars actually helped me a lot. I was able to catch up with the field, and ended up with, because of penalties, jumping up to 2nd.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised by the amount of safety cars. It was definitely fun though. The only thing for me that I really had with the safety cars was the collisions under safety car. There was a lot of those, and it was interesting to have those. I've always had those turned off, but it ended up working out well.
Yeah, I mean, especially you Only Right, seeing you spin and then recovered to a really good drive. No penalties from you as well, so really, really solid. Did you expect not to get any penalties today?
I did end up with a 5-second speeding in the pit. Caught that by a few seconds. So honestly, if I didn't catch that, I might have caught up to Toros, but we'll never know. Props to him. He raced good. And yeah, I mean, I stayed inside the lines. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's how easy it is. Well, yeah, congrats, guys. Good, really good start to the season from AlphaTauri. See you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Okay. Who should we bring in next? Should we bring in
You know what?
our
I got this. Don't worry. Fife, can you just tell us and take us through what exactly went wrong for you this race? I mean, off the start line already didn't go your way, down to P2 within a few meters.
I felt like I got a good start. It was said I was in the ideal rev limit, and I felt like I launched well, but he launched really well and took the lead.
Oh
there,
no,
but
he just launched like a half second in front of you.
it was painful to watch.
And then
But
the rest of the race.
Just not really understanding what I wanted to do for pit strategy, and just not going in when I should have gone in, and then having the safety car after safety car. I knew there was going to be another safety car. I knew I could make the softs work, but right there at the end, I had that drive through. I don't know what I did to get the drive through. I only had one warning and a 5-second penalty up to that point. So was I?
speeding under safety car?
It was telling me to catch up, so I don't know. I also got told to pass Skylard tonight, and then immediately was told to give the position right back to
So
him.
that is why our rules say ignore what the game says.
I forgot, man. It's a stressful situation when you're in the middle of a race. But I don't know. Captain and I were just talking. We feel like this is a great group of guys that we can definitely race with week in and week out, and we expect to be there each week in the top 5.
Top 5 each week. That's a bold prediction.
Okay.
One of us.
Oh.
Are either of you in the top 5? I think Captain got booted quite down because of the penalties.
He got knocked down to 4th.
Yeah,
he got knocked
P4.
down to 4th, and like I said before, I went through the drive-through. I was looking at the top 4 right in front of me, and I had fresh softs, and I was ready to go. I was just as quick as those guys when I was with them. So we'll see what happens next week in Brazil.
All right. Well, thanks, Fife, and
Thank you, guys.
congrats to Tours. Not we're not too happy with him. I mean, he won the race, but his telemetry's private, so we can't really, be proud of him that much. Yeah, I think we just kind of disqualify him and let the AlphaTauris win it. What do you guys say?
I think that's a proportionate and reasoned response.
Yeah.
All right.
There you have it.
And on that bombshell, that concludes our broadcasting from Canada. Catch us next week in Brazil for what I am sure is going to be a much less hectic and much more dry race, because we all know that Brazil is renowned for its stability and dry weather. Good night.
Yeah.